Hey guys, Barry Page here. Today in this video, we're going to discuss the rules for IBC, and the very first rule is think long range. In his best-selling book, Becoming Your Own Banker, Nelson Nash discussed the rules for IBC and infinite banking. Now, Nelson was a forester in his younger years, and he often relates IBC to his consulting as a forester. This process took 20 to 40 years, the ultimate way. But IBC, as you probably know, can be utilized in as early as a month or a year. But Nelson always says you have to capitalize your system. And by far, one of the biggest arguments that people have when they first are introduced to IBC is the accumulation or the availability of funds in the first year. This is the result of short-term thinking. And what we're talking about here is thinking long range. So when I hear that argument about availability in the first year, I just have to ask the question, compared to what? People have no problem locking their money up for 30 to 40 years in a government qualified plan like an IRA or a 401k, or even real estate or precious metals, for instance. All of these other assets, and people want to compare IBC to other assets, they are filled with uncertainty. What we're talking about here is a way to guarantee that what you want to happen will happen. So on the board here, I've broken down a similar graphic to Nelson's book when he's comparing IBC to forestry. And as you see, the first generation, 0 to 22, which is really when most people may start working, and then 22 to 44 as we go through our adult years. And then on out to about 66 is the next generation where we may begin thinking about retirement. And then obviously we have to live through retirement. And then ultimately we are going to die. So this is a generational wealth building plan. And when we talk about the future, we have to consider why we are doing things. Why are we saving money? Why do we put money away in retirement plans? Why are we investing in certain assets? Typically, we do these things because we care and we want to create something for our future. So let's take the first one, protecting our family and our assets. And then maybe saving for retirement. And everyone seems to want to grow their wealth. And most of the time, people are concerned about the legacy that they'll leave for the future. So what better way is there to guarantee that what you want to happen will happen than with IBC and permanent life insurance? Let's take the first one, protecting our family. With life insurance, you're guaranteed your family is guaranteed to be protected from day one. With saving for the future, again, this is something that doesn't happen overnight, and we have to think long range. It could be 10 years, it could be 20 years, it could be 30 years, it could be 40 years, depending on where you start saving for the future. So with IBC, obviously the sooner you start, the better. Your money can start to work for you. It can compound over time. And the later in the cycle that you start, the more pressure is on you to accumulate money. Now, what happens when you accumulate a pile of money or assets or capital? Well, we typically want to use that money to fund our lifestyle at that time when we retire. Nelson always wanted to call it passive income time. But you must set aside money if you ever want to live in the future with a similar lifestyle that you have today. So we have to think long range. How and what are we going to use that money for? If it's income, what's the best way, the most efficient way to create capital to live our future lifestyle goals on? And ultimately, most people would like to leave an inheritance, a legacy, something for their family. And that's exactly what IBC and life insurance does. Nelson always said, money has to reside somewhere. So what better place to store your money than in your own warehouse that you can utilize throughout your lifetime and then pass on to the next generation. So again, this is generational wealth building, a way that you can use your capital today to finance your purchases, for cash flow for yourself or your business. So we have to think long range. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If I can help you in any way, reach out to me. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Legacy Money. I'll talk to you soon.